This production is fabulous, iconic, joyous.
This production is ferocious, strong, and ebullient. Wow.
This production is energetic, empowering, and a good time.
I am pleased to welcome back Nikki Snelson as our director choreographer. Most people geek out when they see her because she originated the role of Brooke Wyndham in Legally Blonde on Broadway. So a lot of times in auditions, people come and it's so cute. You always give them a little Delta Nu thing. And has had quite a career on Broadway and has really established herself as a director choreographer all over the country. And Lyndon, I've known forever. Lyndon Pujeda. He was a rehearsal pianist for Hairspray for me, Miss Saigon, and I was so excited to give him the baton in Monty Python's Spamalot 12 years ago. Was the first time he conducted for us, and we've kind of had you back almost every year.
Except for 2020.
Except for 2020,
Oh,
yeah.
we know what happened there.
And I mean, it's truly, these two collaborate incredibly. And I just knew this was a dream team.
How many Moonlight shows have you done?
The Cher Show is my 26th production here.
Yeah. He's been in the family a long time.
That's amazing.
Yeah. I chose the two of them for this show because they both did Grease last year, and it was better than it should have ever been, than I've ever seen any production of Grease in my life. They're such cheerleaders, and they're so kind to the company, is that everyone wants to deliver for them. And I just thought, well, Nikki knows how to throw a party. Lyndon's my go-to when there's anything that with a jammin' band, because he just gets in the pocket and the groove. And I thought, let's have a reunion, this time, maybe with the book a little more intense than Grease, and the score a little less bubblegum than Grease, and really serve up, and they have delivered in spades. And I love them both, and we'll try to get them back here every year.
That's right. That's what I like to hear. Grease solely lives in one time period. What's been really exciting about the Cher Show for me is getting to explore choreography from 7 decades. So we have a huge Fosse number. We have a huge doo-wop number. We have a big house dancing number. We've got a Latin tango. We've got a contemporary dance moment. So I've kind of gotten to do pretty much everything I do. I even added some tap dancing into the show. Yep. How do I bring Cher's larger-than-life persona to the stage? Well, I am a bit of a larger-than-life personality myself. So I feel very much of a kindred spirit with Cher. Not a lot of subtlety going on with me. So it's been fun to explore Cher and Cher's life and see what similarities I have as kind of a woman in this business, and being a director choreographer woman. There's not a ton of us, and there's not a ton of us that kind of survive this business. So I do feel a kindred spirit with Cher on that tip. And my 3 women that are playing our Chers are bringing each of their own experiences to the storytelling. But these dances they're gonna give Broadway shows a run for their money, I think. I think one of the reasons why this show is so special is it's not just about the iconic pop songs that Cher was a part of making or writing. We have 3 iconic versions of Cher in the show. We have a younger character named Babe, who kind of exemplifies the hopes and dreams of a young girl that's dying to be famous. And then there's Lady, who's the middle Cher, who kind of exemplifies really coming into your own and becoming a confident woman, and some of the trappings that fame brings along with it. And then Star, and our star is beyond words, Morgan Scott, who did the show on tour for 2 years. And she kind of is a portrait of resilience and strength and power and owning yourself.
I think audiences can expect a really large, energetic wall of sound. This is one of those where we have our 14-piece orchestra that's going to really help with the soundtrack to this show. The cast is singing their faces off when they can, considering the choreography that Nicole Snelson is making them do, because they are dancing for their lives. But they are also just kind of singing their faces off, and it is just going to be in your face, but it's just going to be so much fun, you know? And on the other side of that, I mean, you have like these power ballads that are just going to just tug at your heartstrings, you know? So there's really, when we say that this is a show that has something for everyone, this really is one of those. I think that this show has several moments musically that really affect me. There are things like there's this ballad near the end of the show called "You Haven't Seen the Last of Me." When you hear those three Chers sing that, I mean, it's just, oh, it's powerful and it's gorgeous and it's just everything you want in an 11 o'clock number. You have things like "Dark Lady" that is just so energetic. I mean, you've got to just see this. I can't even talk about that one. You just have to come see that one for yourself. You know, and then our finale. I mean, you have like some of Cher's biggest hits, "Strong Enough" and "Believe." You know, all things like that. So I mean, you know, even if you don't think you know Cher's music, I guarantee you there's more than you know.
I'm struck by, you know, we have all these incredible dance numbers as we discussed, but there is, you know, 3 incredible women singing "Song for the Lonely" that you just can't even, the chills up the back of your neck, it's going to send the audiences into a tizzy. It's so wonderful to see our 3 iconic Chers take on these roles. We have Logan Eliza as Babe, who I taught at university and have gotten to mentor for years and years and years. And she really does have the heart and soul of a young, caring person making her way in the world, who really is, you know, desperate to do this for a living. And Logan really taps into that. And then Samantha, who is a little bit more worldly, maybe a little bit more sardonic, a little bit more sarcastic, and hilarious, is taking on Lady. Samantha Talish is incredible. And then Morgan Scott, who has known and done this role for years, but has been so open to a different interpretation of it and been so wonderful and gracious and motherly with our other 2 Chers. She's kind of the sounding board for all things because she knows Cher better than any of us. And the 3 of them together have kind of already become this beautiful family unit. And yeah, it's very special.
They've been inseparable. And what I loved was when Morgan joined us just this last Sunday, when she took the stage, it was like, oh my God, that's Cher. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like she embodied it. It didn't feel like an impersonation. You just buy it.
But also, not discounting the men. We also have Adam Lenderman, Bo Bryans as Sonny, and you know, Tony nominee Konstantin Maroulis as Greg Allman, and they are all singing their ever-loving faces off. You've never heard "I've Got You, Babe" quite like this. I think having Konstantin in the room with a cast of largely young, up-and-coming performers is incredibly powerful because not only is he Tony nominated and has all of these accolades and was one of the original American Idol superstars, but he's also a very kind and giving and gracious human being. And that kind of trickles down in a room. And it's lovely for these young performers to see somebody at the top of their game that has done so much, still coming at things with a open heart.
Constantine brings an authentic rock and roller. I mean, he's the OG from the Carrie Underwood season on American Idol, and you can't fake a true guy who's grounded in rock and roll.
He's a full rock star. I've known Connie, we like to call him, for 30 years. We went to the same college, so it's been such a joy for me to be able to bring him back to the Moonlight, where he has performed before. But Connie not only is a rock god, like we all know from American Idol and Rock of Ages, his Tony-nominated performance, but he's also a really good actor. And he has a ton of heart, and there are moments that he's going to break your heart, and you're not going to see it coming. Beyond all that swagger and rock and roll high notes, he's got acting chops for days.
And he's pretty chill in the room.
Totally chill.
Like I'm surprised he's not California native.
Yeah. He's happy to be in his flip-flops, I think, right now.
Yeah.
You don't want to miss the Cher Show because it is, I can't say epic because you always tease me when I say epic. But I'll say it is a joyous celebration of an icon who is still with us today. And for Cher to have been through the process of creating the show, I just think it is just a wonderful celebration of an icon.
You don't want to miss the Cher Show because it's pure electricity. From start to finish, there's one incredible number after another, and it's at the base of it all, just so much heart. You're going to laugh, you're going to cry, you're going to dance in the aisles.
You don't want to miss a Cher Show because people are going to be talking about it, and you don't want to be left out of those conversations because it's going to be fierce, it's going to be fabulous, and it's going to be fun.